Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Stock Market with your DJIA Elliott Wave analysis for the New York trading session dated Wednesday the 10th of November. Here's a long-term chart for the Dow. Upwards movement has invalidated the wave count at primary degree. Just a quick reminder of the bigger picture, which still is intact. I've got this long sustained rise labelled as the end of a 5-wave structure at cycle degree, thereafter an A, B, C expanded flat correction unfolding with a B wave that's 154% the length of wave A. This could be the end of C down here, but that doesn't look typical for an expanded flat. We would be expecting a longer C wave that subdivides into 5 waves and is longer in duration and length than this, which is reaching just somewhat below the end of A. It's most likely because B was a 154% correction of A that C is most likely to be 2.618 the length of A, which will take the Dow down to 2,278 and a bit points, probably somewhere around 2015, because wave A at cycle degree lasted 3 years, wave B lasted a Fibonacci 5 years. If the Dow completes this pattern and wave C takes the next Fibonacci number in the sequence lasting 8 years, it will end in 2015. Taking you now to a more up-close look at this piece of movement here on a monthly chart. Here's the end of that cycle wave 5, 3-wave structure for A, a 3-wave structure for B, a 5-wave structure down that's extremely impulsive for a first wave of the cycle degree wave C. Within upwards movement, we've got a 5-wave structure for A, a short 3 for B, and working on a 5-wave structure up for C. If the C wave reaches equality with A, it would take price past the start of wave 1 at primary degree, so that's invalid. Therefore, the next relationship may be where C is 0.618, the length of A, which would take price up to 12,195. Taking you now to a daily chart just for the last wee while, where this black B and this black C. Oh, before we go there, one other alternate possibility is that wave B black is not over here and it's unfolding as an A, B, C expanded flat correction. That's also entirely possible, but it would mean moving the degree of labelling, or within this recent movement, down 1 degree, and the waves would be particularly long considering the wave degree of labelling there. So I'll keep that one in mind, but I don't think it's as likely as this possibility, although they're both entirely valid alternates. Here's a daily chart with the end of that intermediate wave B and now an intermediate wave C with so far a 1, 2, wave 3 at blue or minor degree, may or may not be over here. I have this wave count on the daily chart and an alternate that sees just wave 3 blue not quite yet over, and this label up here, wave 3 at minute degree. Either way, we're in a 4th wave correction. It's just of which wave degree we should be labelling it. If this wave count is correct and this 4th wave correction is at minor degree, our target is 11,018 to 10,875, 11,018 being the 4th wave of 1 lesser degree, 10,875 being the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio. Price cannot move below 10,720. This is a point of differentiation between the main wave count just shown to you on the monthly chart and an alternate which sees this continuation as wave B at intermediate degree. If this is wave B at intermediate degree, we've had an ABC for A, ABC for B, and we should have a C to the downside which must move below this point. However, for this wave count, the 4th wave can't move into wave 1, therefore if price remains above this and continues on up with a nice 5-wave looking structure, then this wave count will be correct. Taking you now to an hourly chart, where this high for pink 5 is now up here, and here's our recent downwards movement, starting off with a leading contracting diagonal, and then an ABC flat correction for a 2nd wave, and now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the first wave of wave 3. After a leading diagonal, we should expect a 3rd wave that's extended. This can't be 3, 4, and 5 because 4 would be moving into 1 by 2 points. Therefore, this must be a 3rd wave extension continuing on down. Further downwards movement from the Dow should eventuate to end this 3rd wave, and then another correction that's very likely to meet resistance to upwards movement by the upper edge of this green parallel channel drawn here. When we have the end to wave 3 green, then we can redraw the channel using Elliott's technique and use the downside to find the most likely ending point for wave 5 green. And here's the target for downwards movement overall. Once we have a 5-wave structure to the downside at green degree, we'll have wave A of this 4th wave correction over, and then we'll be looking for a B wave to the upside. Wave B can't move beyond the start of A, therefore this wave count is invalidated with upwards movement above 11,468 in the short term. If this wave count's invalidated by this upwards movement above this point, then what we've had here is a 4th wave at minute degree, not minor, and we move the labelling of this piece of movement all down 1 degree. So that's an important differentiation point between the main wave count and this wave count. This is the same as the main wave count except for this piece of upwards movement here, where within wave 3 blue we've had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we still need one more push to the upside to complete a 5-wave structure for wave 3 at blue or minor degree. The invalidation point is lower down here, 10,473, although if this downwards movement is pink wave 4, it should be over either here or very, very soon and shouldn't move too much more outside the lower edge of this pink parallel channel, drawn using Elliott's technique around this upwards movement. So either way, at the moment we're in a small 4th wave correction. The length of this downwards movement will give a really strong indication as to whether it's at minute or minor degree. Thereafter, the most likely scenario is for the Dow to continue on upwards at least for a few more weeks overall. That's all for me with your Dow analysis, and I hope this helps you in your trading.